Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Your Home in AV. My name is George Mercado, your host, and we have Carlos Paiz, my co-host. Carlos, can you give us an update today?
Good morning, George. How are you? Thank you for having us over here again. We're very excited. Last week we signed up another three new agents in our group over here in the Antelope Valley. And I believe we have about 160 agents total now. So we are growing as we speaking. So this is great for energy. I believe that, hopefully by the end of the year, we can probably hit to 300, 500 agents. So that's what the goal is right now.
That is awesome. It's wonderful news that you guys are growing so fast. I can't wait to see the results. So today we have with us Evelyn Pacheco. She is a newly licensed agent at Energy. So, Evelyn, how are you today?
Oh, hi, George. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for being a guest on our show. We appreciate that. Now, everybody wants to know, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a pretty simple person. I grew up here in the AV, so I'm kind of familiar with everything here. Um, I recently moved back to the AV. I left for a little bit. I went to Santa Clarita. Um, I decided that I was gonna become an agent around this time actually, and I actually got licensed in March. But before that, I wanted to be an ultrasound technician, so I was gonna, go in the mix of school of there. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So, you said you wanted to be an ultrasound technician. What made you change from that to real estate?
Um, Honestly, was that I had a baby. I couldn't go to school. I had to
Okay.
be there in person, so that changed. And with real estate, you kind of have a sense of like you can bring your baby with you. You can kind of move around your schedule a little bit. So it was mostly because of that.
A little bit more free time to spend time with your baby, right?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit more flexible.
That's awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome. All right. So let's get into the questions. Now, for someone who is new to the business, what made you decide to join Energy?
Honestly, well, the team, the work ethic, the people, the brand itself. Yeah, I was actually interviewing a lot of teams before I joined Energy, and I was actually with Keller Williams for a little bit too, not that long, honestly. And that was interviewing teams there too. I was interviewing a lot of different teams before joining too. But a thing that stuck out a lot about the team Paiz was that they're very family orientated. So they were very flexible again with me being a mom and everything. And I like that they were very like they all have your back at the end of the day. So it's like it really feels like a team instead of everyone just being another number or coworkers. It really does feel like a team, and they feed me with the right knowledge that I need. So I feel like I'm learning as I should.
It sounds more like a family than a team.
Right.
So, what are some key takeaways that you could give insight for joining Energy?
Some key takeaways is you're definitely gonna walk out with a lot more knowledge than you expect. So it's a good thing. You're definitely going to expand your experience very quickly as you join. When you join the team, you join everything. So you'll go to their even on the investor side with Carlos, you'll see a little bit of that. So you get like a double dip from either buyer side, selling side, and investor side. So those are some key takeaways from there. Um, Also just enjoying everything. Just enjoying the whole time there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You get perks of like the office, the printers there, everything that we get to utilize.
Awesome. And the advice and
Yes.
the general leadership.
The guidance that they share with us is very, very important. It's a very huge thing because, like, just now that I recently went into escrow and everything, they guided me exactly the correct way because, well, that was my first time, going through all that and a lot of paperwork. I had no idea what was going on. There was a lot of things, everything was for the first time. So I'm glad that I had the guidance that I did to be able to execute that correctly.
So we all know that your first time can be a little bit intimidating, right? So
Yes.
it's a good thing that you had that guidance and
Yeah.
leadership from Team Paiz to help you through it and
Yeah.
get you your first check.
Yeah. I'm actually glad I did stick with Team Pies because I was actually before joining, I actually tried to do things on my own for yeah, like a month, but I'm glad that I ended up here because I don't think I would have been able to to
Okay,
follow through
awesome.
with everything.
That's good to hear. That's good
hmm
to hear. So what would you say to other agents who are unhappy with their brokerages and thinking about moving?
Um, well, for now, I'd say you should do it because that's what we have our licenses for, right? So we can kind of move and we interview you guys in a way and we interview who we want to work with. So it's I think you should do it. You should take advantage of the freedom and you should take advantage of being able to have that advantage of picking and choosing who you want to work with.
So being a newly agent, what are your thoughts on the energy technology?
Um, I actually like it. I like that we use a close. I like that they have an app. I actually have the app and I kind of just do everything quickly through there. I like their system. I like how the other day we were talking with the team about that, how we have a system with like where we connect our clients to and we kind of have everything very organized. So I enjoy their IA tools that they support.
Perfect, perfect. That's good to hear. It's got to be friendly to everybody.
Yeah.
So what are your insights and what can you say to other agents about working with Team Pais and Energy?
Well, working with Team Paiz and working with Energy, well, so far my experience has been good. I can't really say anything negative. I think that it'd be a very good idea. I think everyone should join.
Awesome. So
Mhm.
those are my questions. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
It'd be like,
Anything about the business? Anything about Carlos? Carlos, do you have any questions?
You know what? Actually, I wanted to add that I'm so proud of her, because even though she has been only licensed for a few months, maybe like 4 months, 5 months, something like that.
yeah.
She closed her first transaction already, and she's a go getter. I think that she's going to be a very professional top producer agent because I can see the energy in her. And that's what I like about it. Like she said, we try to do this as a family. I brought a little bit back from my military background into the team, and that way people can really feel it. That we're really there for them and support them and help them out. So that's one of the things that I wanted to share. They as a new agent, it was a little difficult, but she was able to make it through, and she got her first check. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's a first of many.
Well, generally, once you close your first deal, they all start coming in line. So
Oh,
good job.
hopefully, because one of my goals right now is to, because I am a server still, so I still work. I have like my regular schedule still, so it's kind of like a still full time job. So I'm managing both in between. So ultimately, like right now, my goals are to replace that income with this income. So hopefully, I did get the ball rolling with this one. Hopefully, it just kind of snowballs from there.
It usually does. I mean, that's you'll find it is for some reason that's real estate. Once you get your first deal, they start falling in place, and then you'll get more knowledge. You know what to do
Yeah.
and how to streamline those deals.
Oh, you know what? Right now that you said you'll get more knowledge, like Uh, on this last transaction, I was on the buyer side, so I did gain that. I gained that from the team. Um, Freddie has like kind of set like as we went through, he kind of like kept reminding me like, okay, so when you get your client, what do? You kind of interview them. Okay, interviews done, you get an Avid out, you get your BRBC out, you get this out, and it was just so now I kind of have like an idea and a breakdown of what I have to do as a buyer's agent. So it's kinda it's really nice. It's really nice to know that I don't need as much guidance next time, and I can, kinda move in a little bit myself.
So it sounds like he kind of helped you create a system. So you
Yeah,
can, because if you're systematic, then that means you do the same thing over and over. You get knowledge and you get to be an expert at it. So
right.
he's helping you with systems.
Yeah, it kind of does seem like a system. It's
Awesome.
something, but yeah, that's something that does help me where I can, if I kind of have something like to check, like a checklist, I can execute it a little bit better.
Perfect. Perfect. That sounds like very helpful.
Yeah,
Very
it is.
helpful.
That's one of the things that Freddie and myself we try to be there for our agents all the time.
So, in closing, I want to thank you for being here. At the end of the day, this change to energy is just not about a new home, it's about a new vision. A vision where agents have tools, support, and leadership to help build a business that they're proud of and a future that you can count on. And that is the energy way.
That's right. That's the energy way.
I wanted to also thank George Ventura for letting us do the podcast at his business. He is awesome. If all your graphic needs in the AV, go to Ventura Graphic.
Thank you, George.
Yeah, thank you so much, George, for interviewing me. Thank you, other George, George too,
The
for
two
having
Georges.
us. And thank you, Carlos, for having us too. Thank you for being co-host and saying all those nice things also about me as an agent. Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you, because we are hoping to see a lot of success with you. And you know what? One of the things that I want to finish adding up is the mindset. So don't hope, you're going to make it happen.
Yes,
Yeah, make it.
make it
It
happen.
will happen.
Yes.
We have to speak in present tense.
Right.
Yes.
Like I already did it.
Thank you, Antelope Valley. This is your home in the AV.